I remember the first time I used a Braille writer. The war was over, I was young, and the future was full of promise. I'd always fancied myself as a writer, but there just wasn't anything to write with. Then this little beauty appeared, and I felt that nothing could hold me back. It was such a modern device back then. I called it Percy.
Proudly presenting the Mountbatten Brailler, the first real update in Braille writers in half a century. A fully integrated Braille writer, the Mountbatten Brailler is the new standard in Braille communication. It enables people who are blind and vision impaired to undertake school studies and professional careers with a level of independence and access not previously possible. The Mountbatten is the first personal Braille writing device designed with the needs of the 21st century in mind. But the Mountbatten's range of applications also includes everyday interaction in the home, thanks to its ability to translate Braille into print and print into Braille. Then there's its revolutionary role in early education as a learning tool for young children grappling with Braille for the first time. Recognition of the importance of Braille literacy in education and employment is growing worldwide. 75% of blind adults in the US are unemployed, but the overwhelming number of those who do have jobs use Braille as their primary reading medium. These statistics mean only one thing: Braille literacy is an essential qualification. For this, we can thank the famous French musician and teacher Louis Braille. Over a century later, his system remains the key to independent reading and writing for blind people. The recent technological revolution has largely neglected the needs of Braille users as the focus shifts from paper-based communication to electronic high-tech gadgetry. But with computers in the office and classroom and internet connections at home, the need for some form of Braille access to this digital information is greater than ever. Offering versatility and simplicity of use, the Mountbatten is the obvious solution. Capable of interfacing with other multimedia technology, as well as providing the option of voice synthesis, the Mountbatten has universal appeal for blind readers and writers of all ages. It provides a vital link to a wide range of technology options, including computer printers and Braille note takers, so that any information may be produced in Braille at any time, at any place. This makes the Mountbatten today's Brailler for tomorrow's world.
Basically, I use it in nearly every aspect of my life where I ever need to write anything down, which, if you think about it, is most parts of our life.
At the same time, the Mountbatten also offers the sighted access to the world of Braille. These and other functions are what make the Mountbatten the new standard in Braille writers. On winning the prestigious British Design Award in 1993, the judges were recognising the major leap forward made by the Mountbatten over its older mechanical predecessors. A key feature is flexibility, since the Mountbatten Brailler is really 5 devices rolled into one. At its most basic, it functions as a Braille writer. Anything typed in Braille on its ergonomically designed keyboard is immediately embossed on paper.
I volunteer for our local community radio station, and the Mountbatten is an absolute lifesaver when it comes to being able to write your script and read it as you're going, so you can hear how it will sound when I or someone else is reading it. And I think that's one of the most valued times I use the Mountbatten, when I need to get instant Braille that I can read as I'm going, as I'm preparing it.
The thing about Percy is that he's so physical.
Unlike previous models, however, the Mountbatten's large, well-spaced and touch-sensitive keys make it easy for users of all ages and abilities. Simple erasing and correcting features, as well as formatting controls such as tabs, centering and margin setting, make the Mountbatten the natural choice for someone selecting a new Braille writer.
Claire earlier this year used the Perkins Brailler, which she found difficult with her wrists because she has bones that are susceptible to fractures, stress fractures. So she finds this brailler much easier to use on her wrists. And she likes using this paper, don't she, and this brailler.
The Mountbatten keyboard has also been designed for users with special needs, such as one-handed brailing. With a simple command, your Mountbatten can shift dimensions. By turning off the embossing function and activating its electronic memory, the Mountbatten becomes a silent note-taker. Capable of storing over 250 pages and files of Braille, the Mountbatten is ideal for the classroom or lecture hall.
The features of the Mountbatten, well, I can easily emboss when I need to, I can note-take, and in a class situation, to avoid noise, I can easily just save it in the Mountbatten's memory and print it out later when I need to.
Selecting the editor and speech option, these files may then be word processed before printing or embossing. Alternatively, by connecting it to any computer, the Mountbatten may be used as a simple embossing unit. Setting the Mountbatten apart from its predecessors is its revolutionary forward translation system. This is the process of translating regular print information into Braille.
I find it fabulous for when I'm handed a printed document. I can then scan it straight into my computer and emboss it from the Mountbatten using the Mountbatten's forward translation system. Braille being my preferred medium, I tend to find this really, really useful.
Print inputted from either a computer keyboard or a computer file can be translated immediately into grade 0, 1 or 2 Braille and then stored as Braille in memory or embossed onto paper. For the first time in history, anyone can produce Braille. Just think of the day-to-day information sighted people take for granted that a blind person traditionally never gets to read, like a shopping list or a birthday card. Simple, fast Braille communication is now available for everyone. The Mountbatten's back translation system works in the opposite direction. As information is typed on the Mountbatten's Braille keyboard, it can be instantly converted into regular text and sent to an ordinary printer. This function is ideal for the classroom, where teachers unfamiliar with Braille require print copies of students' work.
Well, anything she brailles up, if it prints out here, then I can check it.
Combining forward and back translation in a single device is one of the Mountbatten's most powerful features, providing a set of options and capabilities never offered before in a personal Braille writing system.
It's just fabulous that there is a machine now for vision impaired people that, in one unit is able to do all these number of functions and just makes working a whole lot easier.
This also has immediate appeal for people who are deaf-blind, as their Braille writer may be used as a simple two-way communication system. The Mountbatten's simplicity of use stems from its switch-on-and-go approach. With the Mountbatten, even advanced functions may be accessed with minimal tuition.
All these new-fashioned gizmos, computers, calculators, what will they think of next? Talking machines?
Come on, lady, get with it.
At its most complex, the Mountbatten is no more difficult to operate than your home VCR. In this respect, kids are at a distinct advantage over their often technologically impaired parents. To produce Braille from a computer, for example, requires 3 simple steps. Open the file to be translated, add any formatting commands you need, and then tell the computer to print it. Or, to Braille a letter into the memory, enter the command edit and a file name, and then just start writing. Another exciting feature is the ability to use the Mountbatten as a graphics printer. Working with Braille graphics programs, such as Picture Braille, the Mountbatten is able to quickly produce high-quality tactile graphics with Braille labelling. These may then be saved to disk for repeated use. Since 1991, the Mountbatten has been in service in over 26 countries. It is an ideal example of technology which both serves the information needs of blind people today, as well as evolving to meet the challenges of tomorrow.
Well, my name's Anne Clark. I'm an itinerant support teacher for vision. I work with Sam at the high school, and the Mountbatten is a boom for us because we don't have to have things embossed externally. So if I get work in the morning that needs to be brailled for Sam, say in 4th or 5th period, I can have it embossed from the computer to the Mountbatten and to the classroom. It couldn't be more quicker than that. I can also use it to emboss music, French and maths.
I sing in a choir, so I use it for choir music or to braille the order of the program that we're singing. I use it also for fun things, like I play I've embossed the how to host a murder party rules when we had a how to host a murder party, and I had to follow my part while I brailled what I needed to say and do in that game.
So she uses it for journal entry every day. She uses it to braille up a dictation. If we play spelling bingo, she uses it to braille the spelling words.
It's faster. Don't have to press so hard on the keys.
The Mountbatten is not a product that has to stay on your desk. Equipped with rechargeable batteries, the unit may be used wherever it's needed. Adopted as the standard brailler by state governments and authorities in both Australia and the US, the Mountbatten continues earning awards and critical praise from all sectors. The Mountbatten Brailler, a primary tool for a lifetime of learning.